The revenge my bullies never saw coming. They stole my makeup every day until I served them the ultimate revenge. When I was 14 in the 9th grade, freshman, I had a mandatory gym class. I was not allowed to change in a stall and had to change in the open. Unfortunately, I was slightly chubby, a loser, disabled, so I slow runner, and not well liked by the people in my class. Every day was a humiliation ritual. They'd steal my towel sometimes, make fun of my body because I went through puberty a lot earlier than they, rummage through my bag while I was showering, take my notes for my next class, make fun of my underwear, just everything dickhead teens do. They'd pass it around so the whole class could touch all my shit. Worst of all, they'd steal my makeup and use it. It was disgusting. I wouldn't use it after their grubby hands had been all over it, so I had to get new makeup every time. My family didn't have a lot of money, and my parents weren't very nice or understanding, so they told me after the 3rd time that they weren't going to replace it anymore. They refused to call the school to maybe get the kids in trouble. I couldn't because then I'd be a snitch. I already had a target on my back. No cameras were allowed in the locker room anyway, so I couldn't get proof of them doing it. The Mabpash teacher was absolutely no help. She knew it was happening as she stood in the locker room the whole time. She could have given me a locker to stop this, but she reserved those for her favorites as space was limited. I was never given a locker. I tried hiding it in different compartments, but they'd tear my bag apart. They knew it bothered me. I was stuck. No one was going to help, so I had to do something. I'd have to watch them use my mascara on their eyes and pass it around for 5 other girls to use it too. Dig their fingers in my foundation bottle, break up the pressed powder, and laugh when it is dust. You get the idea. I brought it because I was an insecure kid who needed it to feel less ugly. Kids were unkind, and the makeup was a bit of a safety blanket. When I'd shower after gym or would sweat during gym, it would need to be touched up. So after a horrible day at school, when they had all made fun of me and stolen my makeup again, I was sitting in the bathroom looking at the defiled bottles, and I had a horrible, disgusting, and wicked idea. My dad has stomach issues. Bad ones. I won't go into details, but it's one of the severe stomach problems you can have. It's almost killed him multiple times. At his worst, he'd go to the bathroom 10 plus times a day. I waited until my dad had gone to the bathroom. I carefully, with a plastic spoon, scooped some of the toilet water with residue into the bottle of foundation and shook it. Not enough to make it change much. Wouldn't want people suspicious. I then took the mascara and rubbed the spoolie deep in the sink drain, getting that nasty gunk. And I plunged the spoolie up and down to make sure it was worked in. I wiped my dog's ass with the powder puff for the powder. I put it all back in my bag and waited. The next day, the girls did it again. I got to walk out and watch them put my dad's shit water on their face, drain gunk on their eyes, and finish the whole look off with a powder puff that had been dragged on my dog's ass. It was glorious. They were in the mirror checking out their work, and it took everything in me not to laugh. I never told them. At least one girl got assy. It was the most satisfying thing I had ever done to my bullies. Better than cussing them out. Better than winning fights. This biological warfare was my war won. I stopped bringing my makeup to school after that and dealt with being barefaced. I don't wear much makeup anymore, but every time I put some on, I remember what I did. I don't regret it one bit.